To St James's Park, the cathedral-like home of Newcastle United, who today receive Liverpool for a fixture that in past years has produced some fireworks and with them some of the Premier League's most memorable matches. And we can take a look at some pretty interesting team news, not so much from a Newcastle point of view because they are unchanged. Michael Owen is still a fortnight away from his expected return. Defenders Titus Bramble and Steve Carr are not quite fit yet after their injuries, so Glenn Roeder's options remain limited. However, Newcastle have a midfield to be reckoned with, plus of course Alan Shearer. Their problem area, as it has been all season, is at the back, where Jean-Alain Boumsong fails to convince as an £8 million centre-back. Liverpool make 4 changes from the side that thumped Fulham 5-1 on Wednesday night, and the alterations are made with that FA Cup quarter-final at Birmingham in mind, only 2 days away. Risa and Sissoko are injured, Finnan and Morientes are rested, Fowler, Garcia and Xavi Alonso have been left on the bench, so it's Cisse and Crouch up front. Jamie Carragher moves to right back, Daniel Agger is given a 4th start of the season, and the Dutchman Jan Kromkamp patrols the right-hand side of midfield. Twice these sides have produced 7-goal thrillers. Newcastle versus Liverpool in the Barclays English Premier League is a fixture that generally sells itself. Liverpool playing from right to left. They're attacking the Lees' end, which means self-evidently that Newcastle are attacking their favoured Gallagher end in the first half. And here's Warnock coming forward from left back for Liverpool. Bit too much depth on the cross. Cisse and Babayaro and Nzogbia able to tidy things up for Newcastle. Didi Harman, former Newcastle player, didn't affect the tackle. And Carragher guiding it back. You'll notice that Sami Hyypiä is the right hand of the centre-backs for Liverpool today, with Daniel Agger wearing 5 to his left. Harry Kewell, Babayaro in the way. Emre. And the midfield should be a competitive area with the likes of Scott Parker and Emre up against Gerrard and Harman. Here's Peter Ramage. Had rather a torrid experience at Old Trafford last week when one of his errors led to a goal for Wayne Rooney, and Pepe Reina is down and Shola Amiobi penalised for the challenge. Alan Shearer's making the point that Amiobi had every right to go for the ball. This will tell us. Indeed he did. That's a foul committed by Robbie Elliott. Newcastle strong at home, whatever their travails, only beaten twice in the English Premier League here this season, by Manchester United and by Blackburn. 1 defeat in 14 matches here in all competitions. Boumsong. Gerrard. There's Ramage. Kewell. And here's Warnock, and Crouch is available in the middle. That was Boumsong. Now Emre. Amiobi. Solano. He's made a big difference since returning from Aston Villa. Nolberto Solano. Weighed in with his share of goals too. Gerrard. It's fielded by Babayaro. Crouch. Ball crept up suspiciously close to Peter Crouch's arm, but the free kick has gone the other way for the foul. Newcastle caught napping. This is Warnock. And there's Crouch. Well, there was a lack of attention to the fact that Stephen Warnock was free on the left-hand side. Tommy Craig, the reserve manager, in between Terry McDermott and Glenn Roeder there, discussing precisely that point. Difficult for Crouch to get both power and direction on the header. Stage in his career, he likes to try and influence officials, almost gets to the point of refereeing some games. Kuehl. Cisse wide right. Crouch to the middle. Gerrard in support. And all of them rendered redundant by Babayaro's tackle. Amiobi. Babayaro. Now Robbie Elliott. Boumsong, Emre. This was a tight contest last season. It was decided ultimately by a spectacular free kick from Laurent Robert, who this season was part of the Benfica team that knocked Liverpool out of the Champions League. Parker. Elliott. Solano. Slow progress for Newcastle. Emre rode the tackle of Harman. Now comes for Kuehl. Harman. Boumsong. Parker. Damage caught off balance. Scott Parker has mystified many observers of football in England that he's not been part of an England squad recently. Foul by Shearer. Warnock delivered at pace at Harry Kuehl rather than to him. Harman, booed as a former Newcastle man. Gerrard. Here's Kromkamp. And there's Crouch! And Liverpool have an early lead. And it's the beanpole striker, Peter Crouch. His 9th of the season. And Newcastle's soft centre in defence, gruesomely exposed. Kromkamp's ball in. What was Boumsong playing at? No attempt at all to challenge meaningfully for the ball. And it left a relatively straightforward task for Peter Crouch. And therein lies Newcastle's most major difficulty. That so much big money has been spent on players who just aren't cutting it. Crouch celebrates. Boumsong hangs his head. Here's Kuehl. It's a gift of a goal. Cisse. Boomsong this time up to it. Kromkamp. Emre. Really, Boomsong is only retaining his place in the Newcastle side by default because of the injury and unavailability of others, most notably Stephen Taylor. Those on the staff at St James's say that given a fair run of form and fitness, their first choice centre-back partnership would probably be Taylor and Ramage. Amiobi's offside. Gerrard. Herpia. Driven very well for Stephen Warnock. And it was a delayed fall by Warnock. Took a stride before he went down. And the referee got it right. Liverpool at the moment with a firm grip on this contest, embellished by Crouch's goal. Crouch, Gerrard, Kuehl, Amiobi, Ramage, who is really a centre-back. Foul by Herpia. Just a straightforward body check from the Finn. Now, can Boomsong atone? He's yet to contribute at the right end for Newcastle. It's his 55th game. He has still to score a goal in the black and white. It's cost them plenty. Emre. No challenge on Pepe Reina. An accurate distribution finds Kuehl. He thought he should have had a free kick. So a bit of concern about the man who's just touched the ball, Charles Nzogbia. Newcastle bench feel he's not moving as freely as they would like, but you can see him limping there just outside the centre circle. And they don't have Albert Luque, who's the obvious left-sided replacement. He's been left off the bench today. Three midfield players, Bowyer and Clark, and the more forward-thinking Dyer, plus Craig Moore, who has yet to make his debut because of a hamstring injury. He's been with the club all season. Here's Emre. One or two signs of life from the home side now. Crouch. Liverpool throw. Two clubs first met in 1893. It's their 153rd meeting in all competitions. And Liverpool have a clear lead in the series, 70 wins to Newcastle's 44. Kuehl. Gerrard. Kromkamp. Carragher. Now Cisse. Harman. Stephen Warnock. Shearer. Emre. Another foul by Hyypiä. Have to tread carefully. Came off Agger. Shearer. Offside against Shola Amiobi. It's interesting looking at Liverpool's defensive formation as you see that Amiobi was clearly a yard off. Under Benitez, as under Houllier, almost always 4-4-2, but Carragher tucking in to make a third centre-back in the early moments here. With Kromkamp as the right wing-back, Warnock as the left, and Agger alongside both Carragher and Hyypiä in the centre. Here's Kuhl. Oh, good ball in, really tempting ball in. There's Cisse. By the time it reached him, the angle was becoming prohibitive. Really needed Crouch to attack it. Kromkamp. Elliott. Emre. Amiobi. Newcastle undone 10 minutes into this game when Peter Crouch headed in a very deep cross from Jan Kromkamp. It's his first start away from Anfield for the club today. Kuhl nearly released Cisse. Zogbia, Babayaro. Parker. Here's Ramage. Shearer. Parker. Emre. Kromkamp. Just as well that he made the interception, but then Liverpool played themselves back into trouble. Carragher. Gerrard. Crouch. Gerrard, good ball for Kuhl, but he's marginally offside. Or was he? I'd argue that Boomsong was perilously close to playing him on. Lee Bowyer's doing some warming up for Newcastle. Still there's concern over Zogbia. Here's Shearer. Usual crisp contact that we have come to expect down the years from Alan Shearer, but off the outside of the boot and therefore always swinging away from goal. Parker is feeling that area around his right knee. It's Two of Newcastle's midfield players struggling with knocks. And Liverpool with this 5-4-1 formation, dictating long periods of the game. Crouch, the lone striker, support either side from Kuehl and from Cisse. Here, though, an opportunity for Newcastle to make their mark. It's Shearer, and the shot is awkward for Reina. First time effort, gathered at the second attempt by Pepe Reina. It was Zogbia, who was on the end of the setup from Shearer. It's a foul by Harman. Newcastle never really saw the best of Dietmar Hamann. Lasted only a season, having signed from Bayern Munich, 31 games. Liverpool have had decent service from the German. It's in his 7th season with them now. Offside Shearer. There's Lee Bowyer going through his paces. Had a bit more bite to the midfield. He was sent off when the two sides met on Boxing Day at Anfield for a crude foul on Xabi Alonso. In fact, he's been sent off at Anfield the last 2 seasons with Newcastle. Out by Carragher, but to no one in particular. Elliott. And Zogbia. Sure, they're beginning to motor, but Reina always had a head start. Kuehl. Cisse. Gerrard. And it was delivered into that area of uncertainty. Went a whole number of red shirts aiming to get into that zone. Warnock was the closest to it. Carragher. Gerrard. Falls for Kuehl. Nice ball. Cisse. Now it's all about the delivery. Crouch leading the charge. Gerrard forward 2. And in the end it comes to naught. Shearer, and this time the free kick goes his way. Never reverse to a spot of wrestling. Solano. Well, in theory, Amiobi should have been looking along the line. There's little excuse for someone who's now an experienced Premier League striker being caught offside in a position such as that. And here comes the substitution. And it will be Lee Bowyer coming on. And limping off, the French teenager Charles Zogbia.
Replaced by number 11, Lee Bowyer.
Mixed reception for Lee Bowyer, I think it's fair to say. Memory's still fresh of his on-field spat with Kieran Dyer at the end of last season. And they've asked Newcastle support divided in their opinion of Bowyer. at St James's Park. And Peter Crouch's goal after 10 minutes separates these teams. Reina quick to intercept, Bowyer couldn't gather it in. And then there was contact, and the referee's blown his whistle. And Lee Bowyer has made, as is his wont, an immediate mark on Didi Hamann. Former Newcastle man felled by one of his successors in post. And the news from the bench of Charles Nzogbia is that he has a dead leg. Newcastle rather more fortunate in their FA Cup commitments in terms of timing than Liverpool. Liverpool at Birmingham for their quarter-final on Tuesday. Newcastle at Chelsea on Wednesday. FA Cup quarter-finals having to be fitted in over the next 4 evenings here in the UK because of the desire to finish the season a week earlier than originally scheduled ahead of the World Cup. Reina did well to get his hands out of the way when he knew that he was sliding outside his area. Here's Emre. Down goes Bowyer and Hamann. Maybe a theme beginning to develop those two. Came last of all off his knee. Parker. Boomsong. Ramage. Shearer. Peter Ramage. Really, they could have done with Shearer in the centre there. Solano. Comes to Hamann. Liverpool free kick. Newcastle less than pleased this week to hear that Nobby Solano is wanting to resume his international career with Peru. Now Bowyer. Emre. He lost it to Kromkamp, and then Emre is guilty of committing a foul on Crouch. There's Hyypiä. Parker. Warnock. In some senses we're fortunate to have seen a goal already, because the fans here at St James's have seen just 28 goals for and against this season. Fewer goals have been scored on this ground than on any other English Premier League pitch this season. And indeed these two sides have produced fewer goals in their matches than any of the other 18 teams in the English Premier League. Gerrard. Here's Crouch. Cisse. Hamann, who was off balance. Rafa Benitez feels he needs to spend big if Liverpool are to achieve their aim of overtaking Chelsea domestically. And he's received boardroom assurances that there will be substantial funds available this coming summer. That's what's persuaded him to sign up again for an extended stay. Here in the way. Shearer feels that he was brought down off the ball. Tangled with Carragher. Referee waves play on with Agger. Cisse. There's Gerrard and Crouch and Gerrard, and that is a very classy goal from Liverpool skipper. Newcastle were simply unpicked. And Peter Crouch deserves a big pat on the back as well. A salute to the small pocket of Liverpool fans high in the stands. Cisse with the ball in. Great presence of mind from Gerrard. Nice layoff from Crouch. And a powerful, low, skimming finish into the bottom corner. Gives Steven Gerrard his 8th Premier League goal of the season, his 19th in total. He truly is a colossus for Liverpool. And they have now what may already be a winning lead. And it all stemmed from Hyypiä's interception at the other end. They worked the ball downfield. Shearer felt that he should have had a free kick as Hyypiä was intercepting for a foul off the ball. But Gerrard didn't hang around, and Liverpool lead by 2-0. Peter Crouch can claim to have scored one and made one today. Shearer. Do Newcastle really have it in them to get back from 2 down against a side as good, as effective as Liverpool? We'll see. It may not be Liverpool's strongest team, it may not be their regular formation for that matter, but it's working for them. Faulty equipment. Here comes Martin Atkinson, the 4th official. Thumbs up, ready to go again. This is not just any old flag, it does have a buzzer on it for the assistant to alert the referee when required. Emre has gained a corner for Newcastle. Rain has gone through his usual routine of superstition, whacking his boots against the base of the post. Now, in days of yore, Solano would swing in a corner and Shearer would rise, meet it and score. This time it's headed away by Crouch, who then blocks the follow-up. Solano, Boomsong was forward. Actually, an argument that he might have been in an offside position when the ball was played in by Solano. Fairly clear by Gerrard. Harman. One of the benefits of this system is that Warnock can get forward, but he was caught there by Ramage. And we're going to see a yellow card for the first time this afternoon. Always had an eye on the player as well as the ball, Peter Ramage. Good season for him to make his breakthrough. By general consent, he's acquitted himself pretty well. Hyypiä. Solano. Harman. Go out for a throw. Ramage is a local boy, he's 22 now. Comes from Whitley Bay. Just past 30 games for the club. Most of them out of position at right back. much a difference to Newcastle if they could pull a goal back prior to half-time. And it's looking Liverpool who are more likely to score the next goal in this game. Stephen Warnock doesn't seem to be moving too well as he ambles forward to take this throw. Bowyer. Emre. Babayaro. Parker. Ramage. Again, Scott Parker. In for Shola Amiobi! And Newcastle have their first half goal. And that puts a slightly different complexion on this game. Shearer was standing in an offside position. Amiobi, who was the player who was active, was onside. And his header back and across Pepe Reina gives Newcastle some hope. Well taken goal, of which the master alongside him would have approved. Shola Amiobi on the score sheet for only the 5th time this season. And passions rising, and Steven Gerrard and Amiobi, arms swinging. Well, this fixture has a history of surprising and of producing some pyrotechnic football. Those 2 4-3 games were both played out in consecutive seasons of the mid-90s at Anfield. Liverpool coming out on top on both occasions, dramatic late goals. One of those matches was to go on and stymie Newcastle's hopes of winning the championship. Emre. It's a good tackle, well timed by Hopia. There's a bit of space and time now for Cisse. Up against a defender that he thought he could beat for pace in Robbie Elliott. But it's behind for a goal kick. And he does cut a forlorn, sullen figure, Djibril Cisse. Doesn't like being stuck wide on the right. Maybe the lack of a challenge on him was down to Liverpool's new defensive formation. Have the second tightest back line in the English Premier League. The record has been achieved with a flat back 4. Liverpool facing up to a strong finish to this first half from Newcastle. Shearer explaining to Boumsong the plan of action. Solano, and Boumsong was there, and it was a very presentable chance. Should at the very least have hit the target. As it was, did he make any contact at all? What he did do was take it away from Ramage, who was almost better placed behind him. Guided clear by Ramage. Emre. Here's Kromkamp. And that would have been something to fly in from there. Martin Atkinson, elevated earlier this season to the FIFA list of international referees.
The official has indicated there will be 1 minute at a time. 1 minute at a time.
Position looking rather healthier than it did 5 minutes ago for Glenn Roeder. Still a lot to be done. header for Kewi. Clearance by Ramage. Stretching was Agger. We've had the extra minute, and we will have no more. And Shola Amiobi's goal gives Newcastle fresh hope in this game, having gone 2 down to Peter Crouch's early header, which really Boumsong should have snuffed out. And then Steven Gerrard's well-taken, crisp finish 10 minutes shy of half-time, but Shearer and company full of fight and full of spirit. 1 or 2 boos for the officials, but Newcastle not out of this game, not by any means. Half-time score at St James's Park reads Newcastle 1, Liverpool 2. Final check of the watch from experienced referee Mike Riley. Slightly milder day than of late in the northeast of England. Newcastle kicking off 2-1 behind. Still full of hope in this game. Outplayed for lengthy periods of the first half, but they finished that period of play strongly. Here's Shola Amiobi, their goal scorer. Free kick though goes Liverpool's way. Look at mystification from the Newcastle striker. Just 3 games short of 200 now for Newcastle. Amiobi, today's goal his 37th for the club. And Liverpool's need for points is pretty urgent. They started the day 5 points behind Manchester United, in 3rd place in the Barclays English Premier League, having played 1 more game. And given the fatigue that there have been 1 or 2 signs of in recent weeks, caused by the earliest ever start to a Liverpool season back on July the 13th, they are very keen to avoid the need to pre-qualify for the Champions League next season. An honour that only comes with a top 2 finish in the English Premier League. Say that whatever the result today, it's looking unlikely given Manchester United's current form and their lead, which even if Liverpool win today will still be 2 points, and they will have 2 games in hand over Liverpool. It's Liverpool's 52nd match of an arduous season that began with a game against the Welsh semi-professionals of Total Network Solutions at Anfield on July 13th. They will play a minimum of 60 games, which is precisely the number they played en route to winning in Istanbul last season in the European Cup final. Previous meeting this season between the sides on Boxing Day, 2-0 at Anfield. Goals for Steven Gerrard on that occasion too, and also a Shea Given own goal that Peter Crouch tried very hard to claim as his own. There's Bowyer and Shearer and Ramage on the overlap. Ramage wiping the ball on his shirt for maximum purchase. Will have a man down after the challenge, I think with Solano. Here's Harry Kewell, and now Cisse. And Cisse lets fly, it was a skimmer. And Liverpool are concerned about their man who is down and out. There's Kromkamp, and finally the referee decides that Stephen Warnock needs more immediate attention. And Solano a little naughty, leading with his arm raised. It's that left cheekbone below the eye that's causing concern for Rob Price, the Liverpool physio. Warming up there with Luis Garcia. Lee Clark in the foreground. The referee will restart play with a bounce ball. Uncontested. Mistake by Boomsong, who held back Crouch. It's a penalty. And it is hard to escape the conclusion that he's a liability, Boomsong, and now he's been sent off for the denial of a goal-scoring opportunity. He cost £8 million. He will play for France at the World Cup, but he looks nothing like a Premier League defender. Should have dealt with the ball first time, completely missed his kick, wrestled Crouch to the ground. Otherwise, Crouch would have had a chance to score. So it is a penalty and a red card. And Boomsong is being asked to leave more rapidly. And he's being booed by his own supporters. Well, he's not taking any heed of the warning. Djibril Cissé without a goal in 3 months. It's the end of the drought. A goal after 15 games without one. A message for family and friends. And there is the culprit.
Penalty scored by number 9, Djibril.
Gerrard. Here's Cissé. Newcastle now with only 10 men. It's a corner. Now that is unnecessary. Confirmation of a yellow card there for his celebration in removing his shirt. Now, will the referee deem that by baiting the crowd, that's another cautionable offence? Arguably, it's much more serious than merely removing your shirt after scoring a goal. No question that a hardliner here would be reaching for a yellow card again for Djibril Cissé. And he's very fortunate to stay on the pitch. Well, it's all happening early in the second half here at St James's. But most of the things that are happening are in Liverpool's favour. (3-1) to the good, a man up. Fortunate still to be 11 against 10. Here's Bowyer. Amiobi. And quickly at the scene of the crime is Mike Riley, because tempers are flaring, passions rising. Harman and Bowyer had a couple of comings together in the first half. Bowyer, remember, sent off against Liverpool earlier this season and last season. And suddenly Mike Riley is a busy man. Yellow card, Lee Bowyer. And this is why. Lunging through on Harman. Just as well that Mike Riley was there quickly. Remains to be seen whether the players have calmed down. Crouch. Kromkamp. Solano, but he lost it to Kuehl. And then a foul. And now a free kick. Glenn Roeder may wish to ponder on the fact that Boomsong is the 12th opposition player to be sent off against Liverpool in the Premier League this season. Kuehl. Ramage, rather hemmed in by his own first touch. Solano. Shearer. Bowyer. Gerrard. Bowyer chopped down, no. No foul. That won't improve his mood. Was it a foul or not? No, it wasn't. Newcastle ball. Babiaro. You just have to hope from Bowyer's point of view it's not one of those occasions where the red mist has descended and he's going to get himself into further difficulties. Babiaro. Emre. It's be a surprise if we don't see Kieran Dyer at some stage in this second half for Newcastle. Not fit enough to start a game at the moment. Here's Emre. Bowyer. Looking straight to Kromkamp. Babiaro. Newcastle having lost Unzogbia to injury and Jean-Alain Boumsong to a red card from Mike Riley. And the message refers to his new son. And Dyer's arrival won't be long delayed. Bowyer. Here's Shearer, faced by Heppier. Nobby Solano. Header up and away by Carragher. Not sure he's altogether comfortable with this new defensive lineup. Been a few shakes of the head this afternoon. And this may offer Newcastle some hope. A set piece taken by Emre. Appeal for handball against Kuehl, ignored by Mike Riley. Elliott. Warnock. Now this is Kuehl. Gerrard. It's been an eventful hour. 4 goals, 3 yellow cards, 1 red. Might have been more than 1 dismissal. So it's living up to the stock in trade of this fixture. Full of incident. And now a Newcastle free kick. The Peruvian thought about taking it quickly. Referee though wants to get the wall in place and the full 10 yards back. It's within range for Solano. And Solano instead goes to Babiaro. Maybe it'd have been better going direct. And Kieran Dyer will have half an hour to try and influence the outcome.
Replaced by number 8, Kieran Dyer.
And unlike Lee Bowyer, only cheers to greet his arrival on the pitch. Well, he's got his goal. He's got 2 assists, Crouch. But Luis Garcia is a useful goal scorer in his own right. 9 so far this season. Presumably means that Cisse will be central now, with Garcia on the right and Kuehl down the left. Seems to be the way it's panning out. Dyer. Solano. Parker. Now Dyer will pursue that for all he's worth. Kieran Dyer, though, guided out of play. Cisse. Crowd booing because it was he who went down in the Boumsong red card incident that brought the penalty. Here's Emre. Went down in front of the crowd, baiting them, but here's Cisse, and the Gallagate will enjoy that. Set himself up for a fall, really, by his behaviour. Cisse, who scored from the penalty spot after Crouch had been hauled down. Cisse, who then made a gesture at the Gallagate end. And Cisse, who's just brought a smile to several thousand Gallagate faces. They'll be smiling all the more if they thought that Newcastle had a realistic chance of getting something from this game. Gerrard. This is Babayaro. Emre. Liverpool's away form has been shaky. They've lost 4 of their last 5 away matches in the Barclays English Premier League. They have an away record that's only on a par with the likes of Charlton and West Ham. No handball. Here's Garcia. Cisse offside. Kuhl. Gerrard. Warnock. Boya. Parker. Solano. Offside flag is up against Alan Shearer. This time the flag is correct. It's actually Dyer through the middle who attracted the attention of the referee's assistant. Across, and then he was tripped by Luis Garcia. Solano. Boya leading into Aga. Gerrard. Look at the space that Garcia's found himself in. Luis Garcia took aim, but his aim was awry. An alarming hole in the Newcastle defence. Light, of course, the dismissal of Jean-Alain Boumsong. 7 minutes into the second half for the denial of a goal-scoring opportunity, hauling down Peter Crouch. Cisse's penalty adding to first-half goals by Crouch and by Gerrard. Shola Amiobi pulled one back to make it 2-1 at half-time. And Peter Crouch, now replaced, scored 1 and made 2 for Liverpool. Kromkamp. There's Kuhl. likely to be a first home defeat for Glenn Roeder. In by Kuehl. Dyer. Foul by Garcia. Again Lee Bowyer. Now Dyer. Bowyer was bowled over. Referee plays the advantage. It's with Shearer. There's no one there. It's Happier that ensured that Bowyer went to ground. No one advanced enough to attack Shearer's ball in. Newcastle's realistic hope in this game extinguished by Boomsong's moment of madness. Liverpool en route to becoming only the third side to beat Newcastle on this ground in the English Premier League this season, following Manchester United and Blackburn. 20 minutes still to play though. Garcia. Comes to Emre. Dyer. Dyer making the burst from midfield. 3 goals for Liverpool so far today, following 5 against Fulham in the week. 5-1 win over the Londoners at Anfield. It was the second biggest victory of Rafa Benitez's tenure at Anfield. The biggest remains the 5-0 dismissal of West Brom last season. Foul by Babayaro. It's a welcome glut of goals for Liverpool. They are the lowest scorers among the top 5 clubs, despite the fact they've had more shots on target, more shots off target, and more corners than any other Premier League team this season. With that cup engagement at Birmingham in 2 days' time in mind, you can expect to see further changes by Liverpool. Xabi Alonso's just emerged from the bench to do some warming up. Here's Garcia. Header back. Watch for the executed by Solano. Kieran Dyer. Given the workload that Steven Gerrard has had, it's no surprise that Xabi Alonso will replace the Liverpool captain. He got his goal, his 19th of the season. He led his side in his own inimitable fashion, and he's done a lot of hard work en route to a likely 3 Premier League points for Liverpool. Cisse. There's Ramage, but it comes back for Cisse. And Luis Garcia couldn't quite get to it ahead of Shay Given. It's all looking very comfortable for Liverpool now. They've lost 3 of their last 6 games. And a bit of stability returning with the thumping of Fulham and this comfortable lead. And assuming they don't lose today, which is looking highly unlikely, they will surpass their points tally for the whole of last season, which stood at 58. Emre. Herpier. There's Solano. Boya. Elliott. Ramage. Shearer. Came last off Scott Parker. Everton. Pretty good form right now. Theirs has been the renaissance of the season. There's Garcia. Everton started so poorly, knocked back by their early ejection from the Champions League qualifiers and then from the UEFA Cup. But now just as dangerous as they were for long parts of last season. Liverpool will beware of that. Harman. Alonso. Glimpse there of the referee, Mike Riley. He's now sent off 3 Newcastle players this season. Stephen Taylor at Blackburn, Babayaro taking the throw there at Aston Villa, and Boomsong today. Xabi Alonso, oh, that was well hit, and Shay Given flew to his right and helped it round the post. Alonso's not scored since a spectacular goal from inside his own half at Luton in the FA Cup back in January. And that looked to be heading in. Agger forward, Herpier up as well. Instead it's going to come to Kromkamp setting himself. Goalkeeper, plenty of time to see it. It's good technique from the Dutchman to meet it like that. Kewell. Didn't quite fall for him. Liverpool throw. 13 points from a possible 18 prior to today for Glenn Roeder. Garcia. Solano. Now Boya. Solano, who out of necessity is having to slot in at right back with Ramage as a centre half following the dismissal of Boomsong. Elliott. Well, Shay Given, unquestionably, is one of the finest goalkeepers in the Barclays English Premier League.
302.
And he hates being beaten.
302. Newcastle United, thank you for your support.
His standards rarely drop, and twice in a minute, excellent saves. Boya, Solano, Arman. Oh, and those two have been at it throughout the game. There was a moment there where the referee went for his back pocket as if to book Arman, and then decided against it, and that's a point that Shearer's taken up with him. Clear movement towards his pocket. Lee Bowyer. Miscued. Newcastle throw. Goal now. Would have the potential to make for an interesting finish. It is 10 against 11 though. Solano. Bowyer. Aga. Cisse. That'll be a talking point after this game has finished, whether he should have been sent off for his gestures to the crowd, having already been booked. Garcia. And still Luis Garcia, that hit Robbie Elliott from camp. Challenge forgiven. Shielding it so well from Herpier, and earning the free kick. From the lofty perch occupied by the pocket of Liverpool supporters, high up in the main stand here. Solano. Ramage. Shearer challenging, couldn't get to it. Parker ensuring that Luis Garcia was going nowhere. And there will be a brief late cameo for the fans' favourite. Cue. Cisse wanted it through the middle. Newcastle supporters drowning out their Liverpool counterparts. The chorus of the Bladen Races. Kept in by Dyer, who then is fouled. Daniel Agger at fault. And a booking. Terrific persistence from Kieran Dyer. Keep it in not once, not twice, but 3 times, and then draw the foul. And it gives Newcastle a scent of something, hint of a possibility. Five in the box for Newcastle, and they want more. Goalkeeper came and only got half a fist on it. So deep that Dyer's up to his tricks again, keeping the ball in. Pepia. Garcia. Ramage back to Given. 4 minutes plus stoppage time. Newcastle having registered through Shola Amiobi. Liverpool's goals from Crouch, Gerrard and a Cisse penalty. Boumsong sent off after 52 minutes for a foul that led to that penalty kick. And that's a free kick. And this is within the sort of distance that Shearer and Solano and Emre like. Yellow card for the foul. Jamie Carragher. And of more concern than the yellow card will be the threat that Newcastle pose from the set piece. Likes to try his luck from this sort of range. St James's expectant. Left by Shearer. Goes to cause confusion in the wall, and the referee will blow for that. It was pretty deliberate and it was antagonistic. And Newcastle will try again. Jamie Carragher having taken over as skipper from the departed Gerrard. Pretty forceful in making his point about the positioning of the ball. As the referee will be over the positioning of the wall. Still doesn't look 10 yards back. Same routine. Solano! Well held. And it's eaten up another couple of minutes. 2 minutes closer to a Liverpool win. Solano. Good clean challenge by Warnock. Cure. Dyer couldn't control it. That it's Newcastle
substitution leaving the field
that will make a substitution. Lee Clark for Emre. Warm applause for the efforts of the Turkish international.
Replaced by number 21, Lee Clark.
And Liverpool will take the opportunity to finally send on Robbie Fowler. It's an even briefer cameo than at first seemed likely, and Sami Hyypiä is the man coming off.
Leaving the field, number 4, Sami Hyypiä. Replaced by number 11, Robbie Fowler.
Now, in theory, those two substitutions alone should mean an extra minute. We've had 5 changes made in the second half, so that's 2.5 minutes worth of stoppage time. 30 seconds allotted for each.
3 minutes at a time.
There you have it.
3 minutes at a time.
Cure. Alonso. Fowler. status of these two sides has been confirmed by the way the game has panned out. Liverpool maintaining their pursuit of second place. They'll move to within 2 points of Manchester United, but they've now played 2 games more. Newcastle marooned in lower mid-table, 12th place at kick-off, 39 points. Too far away from the European spots to qualify by virtue of league position. It means that their FA Cup trip to Chelsea on Wednesday becomes all the more important for them. Foul by Alonso. And there was a period either side of half-time when Newcastle looked capable of getting something from the game despite going 2 down at one stage. Was ended by the rashness of Boumsong, which led to the red card and to the penalty that brought Liverpool's third. Offside Kieran Dyer.
Yes, Collingwood Insurance Company Limited have voted for today's man of the match. Newcastle United's number 4, Norberto Solano.
Well, it was never going to be John Allen Boumsong, was it? All 16 home matches in the Barclays English Premier League for Newcastle have drawn crowds in excess of 50,000 this season. Never a spare seat. No foul on Alonso by Solano. These really are just the last rites of what's going to go down in history as a pretty straightforward Liverpool win. Newcastle, though, contributing to their own downfall. Peter Crouch scored 1, made 2. Liverpool with a second win in 5 days. 5-1 against Fulham, 3-1 today. Djibril Cissé got his goal and then was fortunate to stay on the pitch for a gesture that he made at the Gallowgate end. Newcastle did their best, but their best was some way short of good enough. And from the point that John Allen Boumsong was dismissed 7 minutes into the second half, I think Glenn Roeder always knew that he was looking at his first home defeat as caretaker manager of Newcastle United.
Ladies and gentlemen, do have a safe journey.
Handshakes led by Alan Shearer, who barely had a chance to register a goal today. There are boos, but the majority of the 52,000 have long since left St James's Park. Full time, Newcastle 1, Liverpool 3.